thought they got something by hitting a hero. Oh, right. There we go. What's your highest rank? Amazing, right?
For me or for Kevin?
No, for Kevin.
What do you mean? Like the...
Yes, amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's rated at 50, I think.
Mm.
Okay. So that means... I had it right here. There. She gets a nice pile of karma to...
Oh, right.
For-
He's
yeah.
the villain rep sheet. Is the karma table in the book somewhere? I only saw one for a monetary gain for villains.
It's totally here. Let me find it for you in a bit.
Okay.
There are 2 pages on villains, and they describe it verbally.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
okay.
not a table.
Okay. In that case, that
Yeah.
explains.
Yeah.
And in that case, I will look it up later.
Yeah.
So no need to do so.
But I broke it out to make a table
Hmm.
for my purposes of... I made my own karmic record.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's yours. That's theirs. Now, let's see here. There. Okay, let's have a quick check on communication. Communication skills, everybody. What they do is they pull in and they get away. They go away.
They just
So
go through the plot to the lot to.
I should point out that long ago somebody, or maybe someone more recently, who knows, made a getaway on the other side.
Mm.
You can actually drive out through the other side. of the
Oh,
property.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
There's like a back gate,
Mm.
dirt road that all the houses share, like
Yeah.
a dirt road back there, and
Yeah.
you can get out.
Okay.
So it's not, they don't like become invisible or anything. The potential to pursue is there,
Mm.
but you don't have a working vehicle for that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And you also don't have super speed or anything like that.
Yeah.
So unless you really try, you're probably not going to catch them.
Yeah, no,
And you didn't want to anyway.
No, it's,
Right.
it's not my concern at the moment because
Right.
they've already hit us in such a way that
Right.
I'm not prepared to deal with them at the moment.
Right.
But I have verified a lot more about this is a group. This
Yeah.
is not a singular person.
Right.
And I have their plate
Mm-hmm.
number.
You did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And are they all going in the van? Are they all?
There's no way you would be able to tell that.
Okay.
Obviously, somebody was ready to drive it,
Yeah.
and you saw 2
Yeah.
active.
So probably 3 of them
Yeah.
in the car.
At least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where now?
I would immediately contact my Zappa contacts.
Right. Mhm.
And just let it know, I will be late. There has been a development. I have further intel on the breach at the data center
Mhm.
and the composition of the group.
Okay.
We'll meet you as soon as possible at location and
And right about then is when you arrive.
Yeah,
Right.
Mhm.
Given the location and
Yes.
timing and everything.
should probably work.
So
out,
here comes Nina. You're looking at the car and saying, "Can this even make it to the data center?" Right? It seems the alignment on your car may be a little bit, a little compromised at this point.
if it was just me crashing into something else from just
Right.
getting away from them, maybe.
Mhm.
But that limpet mine at the front, that
That's
engine,
true.
that
That's the end of
engine is
that.
well and truly
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
true.
Oh,
hmm
interesting. Yeah, that's a well-made device to stop a car.
That's true. So, how about you?
Yeah, I suppose Nina will appear. And, of course, she has to get updated on the situation. She might not have yet gotten your message. She wouldn't pick up her phone while driving.
Yeah,
Law-abiding.
Murr is capable of multitasking, so
That's
it's
right.
not a consideration.
And your onboard computer is not the high-end Volvo onboard
Oh,
computer.
no. So there is no onboard computer.
Oh, really?
Well, there probably is, but it's not,
It doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
Might have Bluetooth. No.
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
not.
at most a Spotify connection, so you can have music in the car,
Well,
or a fancy radio select screen.
Mhm.
well,
Okay, so there you go.
yes. So we'll appear and just, oh, well, what the fuck? Jesus, Joseph and Maria, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Right. And you're conscious. You're recovering.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is your, like, just making sure, like, yeah, your neck is, okay, good, you're not injured from the crash.
Maybe I can even just stand up on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like,
Merv would just be careful, like, making sure, like, okay, you seem to be doing well.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, I will put you down now.
Right. So
Yeah.
so Kevin is sort of shakily checking on
Yeah.
your own balance. Mura's there. The car is wrecked.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There seems to be some damage to street cars or a few
Yeah.
other things too.
Yep.
Bit of a
And-
problem, right?
So where did they go?
Proper-
Like, that's the
proper
question.
damage.
Yeah, Merv pointed out, like, they have made an escape through the property to the other side. I will pass on the plates of the van they're using, the description. I will expect them to ditch it at some point, but it should be useful for tracking them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Well, if you aren't doing it, Nina, we'll call the police immediately. If you haven't already.
Yeah, like, okay, yeah. Let's get them tied in, yeah.
Mhm.
And like, do you want to call them or should I? I am more of a face.
Doesn't.
Yeah,
You do. Actually,
Yeah.
because the face.
If you spend time with police now, you're not going to make the meeting. You'll
Yeah,
just be late.
I would also like during that like contact, like, yeah, I will be delayed.
Okay.
I did say.
So like I need to deal with this immediate situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
They still left their house. Someone has to go look.
No, there could be something left in the
Yeah,
house.
of
It
course,
has
yeah,
been
naturally.
there.
Well, Nina will volunteer for this.
All right.
Silver Lanson, I suppose, in this case.
All right.
Yeah.
More formally. She will actually get back. Unless she will go alone if you don't want to follow.
Mine is okay. I'm not. Pay no attention to me.
Yeah.
I just want to write this down. Boy, karma's fun. There's like all these different nuances that. Okay,
Well, if I don't have any karma, I will have no reasons not to kill people.
that's true.
That's it.
Look, I
Yeah,
am a
these-
robot.
any
I'm
losses-
not really connected to these meatbags.
If you any minuses that start showing up on my karmic record, they're not going to apply until the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a net
Yeah.
gain or loss.
Now,
Let's go into that.
if you
House.
right, so are you going to wait? Say that again.
Nina, at least, or Silver Lanson more appropriately, will search the house.
Okay.
Investigate
The workers have run off.
I can
a
imagine.
number
Yeah.
of people, a number of other people have taken one look and are either calling the police themselves. They're probably getting quite a lot of
Yeah.
communication about right now.
Yeah,
and
like-
nobody is stupid enough to come out and wonder what's happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
It's
I'm
like-
guessing in this kind of neighborhood, people like to sit and look out their windows to
Mhm.
see if
Oh, yeah.
something happens
Mhm.
because they're really interested in. And so I'm guessing
That's
people
actually an
see.
interesting point. Given your character's intuition, they're not acting quite normal.
Hmm.
Somebody's scared
Yeah.
the locals. Somebody scared the people on this block. They were
So
they
they
were
might
at least
already
nervous.
be on the edge.
Right. They were already nervous, and their reaction now is pure safety.
Yeah.
That might be also
Yeah.
like, okay, that might be a bigger reason. Like, okay, let's just leave early then because we saw the other family.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we even just
Yeah.
assumed it was due to the power.
Right.
All right, right. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, if you're going into the house,
Yes.
I think since we know that there may be someone in there, we don't know that everyone's left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling a little bit hesitant because I've just gotten hit,
you
and also
can always go invisible.
yeah, that's true, but I think I'm not gonna be like the first person. I'm gonna stay like a little bit like
you were pretty aggressive about
Yeah.
walking in there. You're like
Yeah.
spear,
yeah,
into the house, and you're like, okay.
And I'm gonna like I think
Yeah.
these people, they don't like us. They're really powerful. I don't want to get hit again.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna stay a little bit.
Do you want to deal with any of the people who live on the block?
Yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
we're like, okay, if you investigate, I will stay outside. I will try to calm the public
Right.
and let them know that we are here and dealing with this.
Given
That's
the
good.
prior situation, given the violence just now, you'll need a yellow result. But you do have monstrous popularity, so you do have it.
Yeah.
Do you want to commit some karma?
I am willing to spend the last of my 4 karma to attempt.
If you get within 4, right?
Yeah, it might be.
At this point, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So am I rolling my popularity on this?
Mhm.
All right. Yeah.
Monstrous. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Funnily enough, that works.
That's actually
Yeah.
just enough to get 17. I need a
But
21.
that's a green.
Yes.
I said
you
yellow.
failed.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need the yellow.
Oh, all right.
True,
No.
I would have specified yellow already.
Yeah, and I figure that the karma did specify.
Well, I now have no karma.
Right.
Yeah.
You spend 10,
Yeah.
right?
And I can't get on a minus. can
Right. No.
I?
And so, therefore, though, the people are quite frightened.
Mm.
You know, they're angry. They're shouting. You know,
This
you
is
know, they're-
outrageous.
Well, it
You
was.
hit my car.
That's true. You're right. That is
Damn.
the one fellow is saying that. However, you will get they're upset because they had been very worried about what was happening
Oh.
Yeah.
at that house,
Yes.
and you know that you won't get information like you would have if you made the roll. Then there's some information you could get, but you realize that there's a little prior history here.
Mhm.
So a lot of what you're experiencing right now, the difference between green and yellow, is the pent up
Mhm.
fear and,
All right,
and
yeah.
uncertainty that they had been feeling up until now. So you're dealing with people who actually legitimately seem, scared, not just outraged homeowners, right? There's no
Okay.
entitlement here. They're upset. And the fact that that clearly you did, or there was something violent here and explosions, people
yes.
are, someone's shouting, you're supposed to be protecting us, and
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
That's
I'm terribly
what you're
sorry.
getting.
Look,
Yeah.
they blew up my car. I was trying to get away. I'm terribly sorry. Here's my insurance information. I will take care of your damage.
Right. So anyway, though, you'll stride into the house and you will quickly realize that it had been set up for extremely temporary occupation.
Ah.
These are like mashed up sleeping bags on cheap mats. There's, interestingly, the electricity is clearly been destroyed.
Mhm.
I mean, it stinks of
Yeah.
burnt wiring.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mystery why the whole place didn't go up in flames, but clearly the entire electrical system of the house went up, just totally fried.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to the extent where the outlets have burn marks around them, and but they had been using it because there was what's called a hot plate, just like a metal device that you can plug in and like cook
Yeah.
on, or
Oh, so it's not
Right.
furnished house.
right. It's not furnished.
Yeah.
Right. And so so they'd been camping there.
Mm.
Okay.
Right.
And is it empty?
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose that's what we do.
Right,
Look through
right.
it. Yeah.
You'll find
Cellar
you'll
and
find a few, but they
before.
also seem to have like left behind personal stuff,
Okay.
like the toothbrushes and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Or so they quit. They were getting out fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think neither of us are really equipped to handle it. But local the police would be like with DNA traces and so on, that all of that sort of stuff. With actual forensics
Right.
investigation.
You might even once you see that you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
hands off. Don't touch anything,
Yeah.
Kevin. Right.
You probably would have gloves in your outfit.
Yes.
True too.
She has
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
has gloves.
Okay, so that's you. I don't want to miss our little SEPO meeting because that will override. Oh, you're going to meet Stin Song. Oh, I want to role play these characters. We don't have that much time. We'll do a little role playing next time for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
But I want to get across a few interesting things.
All right.
Stin Song, basically. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. There.
Is this meeting, am I there or is it just...
I think everybody went to the data center.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
like you would have been like, okay, you were with me on this current, like, immediate situation. Like, you are most well. Like I would have like, yeah, you're welcome to come. But if you don't want to meet these people immediately, don't feel pressure to do so. I will deal with it if I need to.
Well, it makes sense that Wall will go because they would use Nina's car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. If I'm not
going,
going,
car.
if I'm not going, you're not going.
Yeah.
So this has to do with. It's not about them wanting to know contacts or information about me.
Right.
This is
Right.
about something else.
Correct.
Would
Okay.
we want to
Well,
arrive in a car
we'll
that
see.
is registered to Nina?
Maybe park it a bit further along.
Yeah.
Oh, we walked there. You really?
Right.
Yeah. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
really. Where are they? You're walking?
Yeah, we could just like Mur will rent a car if needed.
I think a better idea. You guys get dropped off. Nina shows up a little later.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably.
That's
Yeah.
my suggestion.
Yeah.
So the agents aren't quite there yet. You'll meet Stin Song, who's a guy, one of these guys who's got like a real bald head, even though he's not at the top, even though he's not very old. I mean, well, he's in his 40s, but he's
Oh,
Totally
shave
went-
it. Oh,
no, he totally went
Yeah.
bald.
Oh,
Right.
naturally. Yeah.
But he's very clear. He says he's looking at you. You're Rini Vinden
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
so not Kevin.
I think I
Right.
have been for this.
Of course,
Empire.
right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the point being is he's not going to say, and this guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
he's not
they're
medical.
right.
Yeah, like he would, Mur would also have notified Stenson, like there's been a development.
Right.
We've been tracking the perp.
Right.
These, like, because,
So okay, well that makes sense. So he says he appreciates that you were able to meet him, given everything that's going on. But this is a big problem. Bengt has extracted hundreds of thousands of dollars in U.S. dollars from the company, actually the company's operating fund. That only very few people actually had access for managing, and he could just do it. And he didn't seem to do this very carefully. He seems to have basically extracted it in some kind of usable form, which is weird. It's very old school. It's actually more like, it wouldn't be like Krugerrands or anything stupid like that. It would be something more like a document that actually transferred.
like
Money order, we would say in English, but those are so archaic.
That the
No one
papper in
uses-
Swedish, like
Yeah.
different, like they would have like different like.
Mhm.
It's not
Because the issue today is that if he's known to have been stolen
Right.
hundreds of thousands of dollars and shows up and uses his
Of
card,
course. Right.
well,
right. No, of course.
he's fucked.
Right.
So there has to be
It's
some way.
But it's anonymous.
Maybe
Yeah.
they have
It's
some
a
sort of
document.
like
Yeah.
Bitcoin or something.
Yeah, it's anonymous is the interesting point, and and it's also physical. So
Okay.
this
Almost a
is,
check, like for
Right.
not a check, but you can go to a bank and just receive money.
that's a money order.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. And so, and Stian Son was like, God, I didn't even think these existed anymore, right? And then someone else is, and he said, I don't even think a Swedish bank would accept it. So therefore,
Well, if he tries to use it here in Sweden, we should
Right.
be able to. The
But-
banks are most keen on you guys.
right, it makes
succeeding,
no
so-
sense that this guy would just run off and like take this though.
Mm.
And he also calls in. Do you remember the technicians, Stig and Lisa and Harry?
Yeah.
Stig has been Stenson's like, all right, and talk to Stig here. And Stig says, we've done analysis on the data extraction, what you weren't able to figure out,
Yeah.
but they've had a day to work on it,
Yeah.
and they've done it, and they realized it was all financial. And Stenson shoos Stig out of here because he's not cleared for this, and he'll say, this is the crazy thing is that we thought this was going to be military, compromised classified information. But all the data compromised that guy was starting and did not succeed in was to extract money.
given that your man Bengt
ran off. This guy
Wait,
fails to extract it.
Yeah. And then
seems to me
Yeah.
that Bengt has been an insider, and by the way, here is my documents on my associate.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
it says, "Huh? Oh, so you think
Kevin.
this? So Kevin? So that Kevin kid is not?
No,
Okay,
I am.
okay.
I have.
Thanks.
I've
I'll
had,
I'll
I've had
right,
dealings with
right.
Kevin for some time.
Well, he gives you a side eye and says, "I'll verify."
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Uh-huh.
Like
They have
that's
such
all
a-
right.
It seems like it.
They have such
Yeah.
a good track record of
Yeah.
finding insiders.
Yeah.
Trust but verify.
So that's what goes on there, right, with
Mhm.
that information.
Mm.
But clearly, I mean, therefore, like they don't seem to have been directly, like, just they weren't. It wasn't a terror attack, right? It wasn't as though.
Or
Maybe-
espionage.
Yeah, maybe it's not espionage, it's not terrorism, it's not just vandalism.
Mm.
There's something going on here.
Yeah.
And but now, so does that, he says, I'm not going to just treat that as no danger, though. I mean, do you have, and this is when we will meet Martin and Johanna. And you know these people, you've worked with them. They're a liaison. And Stinson is there because they are actually also connected to his liaison with the police.
Yeah, like
So,
it makes sense
right,
that
they overlooked this.
Yeah,
But until now, that's just been a matter of signing a form.
yeah.
Now it's not just signing a
There
form.
has been a
They show
major
up,
Right.
incident.
There has been. Right.
Yeah.
And so they have worked with you for a while. Now the two of them, it's funny, it's kind of like these two agents have like worked together for a long time. And it's kind of like people who own dogs, they kind of like start looking like their dog.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they don't really look alike, this man and this woman, they kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And their mannerisms have started to sort of,
Yeah,
cross, and they
Mm.
finish each other's sentences, and it's a little off-putting.
Yeah.
They don't even know it, right?
Yeah.
But and of course they dress in exactly the same decent suit.
Mm-hmm.
The male version, the female version.
Mm.
It's kind of like, couldn't you have not worn the same colors just to like ease our minds that you're two different people? You know,
Mur doesn't give a shit.
sure,
though.
but you're kind of, these guys are sort of weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're
Uncanny Valley.
yeah, just only a touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, within.
Going there.
Yeah. And so speaking in their kind of crisscrossing way, where each one knows exactly what the other one would say, so
Yeah.
they say it.
Mm.
It's
And-
like they've practiced
yeah,
it
yeah,
before.
yeah, exactly. It's like maybe you two should like get different partners for
Yeah.
a while, just break it up a little. And so anyway, though, they are going to say, we're dealing with Boomslang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who are they
our-
working for? Like, where are they from?
Well, this
Seppo.
is what he had. Oh, these two? Yeah, these guys
These two.
are Seppo.
Okay, Sapo. Yeah.
yeah. And they verify what you had found out about Boomslang,
Mm.
but they know there are 4 active members remaining.
Yeah.
And they are Francie Majorana,
Mm.
who uses the code name among them, the nickname
Mm.
that she uses is Fades.
Okay.
The English word, like fading, but fades.
So she uses that.
Uh-huh. The one for Nilsson is Fades is Nilsson.
Yeah.
Sorry. She said this is for Fades.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Glows
Mm-hmm.
is her.
Okay.
The other 2 are called Booms and Bangs. Information on their precise abilities is not available, but their capacity for both subtle and unsubtle destruction is terrible.
Mhm.
Since they have gone into pure mercenary outlaw territory, they don't mind leaving a pile of casualties.
Mm.
They're perfectly capable of
Mm.
destroying a village all
Yeah.
by themselves if
Yeah.
they want to. And bluntly, as we have made clear to you before, no matter what the movies say, modern technology and infrastructure cannot deal with what is effectively a human WMD. They're unstoppable.
Oh well.
Right? They're unstoppable. You can't prepare for them. They're unpredictable in their abilities, and they are usually very, very skilled at applying them in the way they want. And so we have to rely on those of you who feel inclined to help help society.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I mean, we're folding you in. I mean, you've already clashed with them. It's just lucky that kid, didn't get fried by fades.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to mention that anything seemed wrong with him? Do you remember that he was?
Yeah.
He seemed like something was wrong.
Something was wrong. Yeah. I guess so. I mean, if we're
You might
all on
not
the
want to
same
speak as a witness because that's the only
Like
witness.
Oh, true.
If you would
Yeah.
have told Mur on the way, like,
I
okay,
think all of you have. shared all
yeah,
the
like if
information,
Mur would volunteer. In that case,
Yeah.
Mur would go like, okay, my associate Kevin has some thought, like reflection.
Renevi Vinden, not Kevin.
No, Kevin, because
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, right.
Was the witness.
Kevin
Yeah.
saw it, so
Yeah,
he told
No, I'm
Mur.
getting confused. As to what's doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like Mur would like put that information forward that according to my associate Kevin, who was there when Fates intruded here, he seemed to be out of sorts, or like basically be very into his power. And
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
really
something
said,
was.
Yeah.
It's like it's been done weirdly.
Mhm.
His powers have been like it's not really. Something was off.
The only thing that they can really tell you too is that that this is a serious security problem in Sweden, because if the four of them decide to do something really dramatic, they could shatter like a city generator. They could destroy infrastructure.
Nuclear power plant.
Really, a power plant.
No,
right?
right.
They could do anything of the sort that is almost inconceivably bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it could, and so they're very they're very concerned about this. Seppo does not give a shit about the money at the data center, except insofar as it has something to do with what they want.
And that it threatens actually the data center itself, which does handle this sort of information. That is definitely like
Well, the fact
state
that
security.
that it's a state security issue, but he's a little relieved that it doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
seem
they
to
will be
have-
very, very happy.
They were
do
only
that.
after the money.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
They would
exactly.
be very happy to hear that.
Whereas Stefana and Josef are like, the money! Right. But they're not in this meeting. This is the security people,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
are in this one. So anyway, that's kind of where I wanted to get
All
through with this meeting part into that morning. So, yeah, that's our...
Yeah, very
That's
nice.
okay.
Very nice.
So now we're gonna have to like.
We shall have to see. But
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have new priorities.
Yeah.
And if because we've also said that we would help the company and everything, so it's gonna be.
However, a new situation have arisen.
This could be, I mean, if the four of them, who knows what their plans are.
Yeah.
But if, for whatever reason, they decided to get destructive, I mean, it could be like the worst, among the worst physical disasters or social disasters in Swedish history.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you, all of them just kind of are very disturbed at the idea of military grade superpowers, even with four people, right? Actually, in a coordinated strike of some kind. I mean, that would make a terror attack look like an actual.
Yeah, it is a terror attack, essentially.
Well, it would be, but worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on a scale that is
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
more qualified. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
that's
exactly what they're afraid of.
Mur would say, like, even though what Glows seemed to say as she attacked our vehicle, fades might be in diminished capacity. We should
Right.
operate as if he was in full capacity. So,
Right.
Mm.
Right.
yes, I think there's no.
Yeah.
I should not plan for capture, rather just to deal with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's well, they're not going to. There will be no official approval of sanction
No.
on anybody.
Mhm.
But it is true. I mean, at this point, it's considered a threat.
Yes.
I mean, it's considered a serious security
Yeah.
threat and
Yeah.
The safety of
neutralization.
the nation comes first.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, that's our
Hmm.
scene.
Very nice.
And you're getting you're realizing what it's like to be up against determined opponents too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Very nice.
Do we
It has
know
been
which
some time,
one?
says Merv, but we will deal with these two.
what's that, Amy?
Do we know which one of the other two the little guy was?
Oh, that would be Booms.
That's Boom. Okay.
I have two other details. When she spoke to you,
Yeah.
the accent to Kevin would have sounded perfectly American. But that's because many, many, many actors on American TV are Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you would have heard a Canadian accent. You're like, oh, yeah, that's American.
Oh, okay.